And welcome back to the show. The Obama administration wants your ammo. The president has never hidden the fact that he's against the use of firearms. If you recall, during last year's State of the Union address, the president vowed to take on gun control, quote, with or without Congress.
Citizenship means standing up for the lives that gun violence steals from us each day. I've seen the courage of parents, students, pastors, police officers all over this country who say, we are not afraid. And I intend to keep trying, with or without Congress, to help stop more tragedies from visiting innocent Americans in our movie theaters and our shopping malls or schools like Sandy Hook.
Now, word is leaking out that Mr. Obama, via the ATF, is making a move to ban certain ammunitions that are used with AR-15 rifles. The president in the past tried to ban the rifle itself, but was unsuccessful. Now it's believed he wants to use executive order to ban the ammo in order to decrease demand for said rifle. Jonathan Gilliam, you've had a ton of experience with firearms. The extent of mine is super soakers and a co-ed paintball thing I went on once, which was phenomenal. But the point being, should .223 M855. This shows you how much experience I have with this green tip.
Sure.
Should that be banned? I mean, will that do anything in terms of buying the rifle? Is this just symbolic?
They're using several different excuses. One is the fact that there's a pistol now that uses .223, and it's a very lethal round when you go after law enforcement. But it is almost never used in any crime. I mean, 5.56 is the NATO round. The green tip means that it's a steel penetrating round, tungsten steel penetrating round. It has a certain core in there that makes it very tough. It can go through steel.
Can it go through like police body armor?
Oh,
obviously,
it can go
through steel.
It can go through pure steel. So
wow.
At 80 yards. So, but it is
yards.
almost never used for that. It's in fact they found in Somalia when they were shooting people with this 5.56 round, it was literally going through and making a pinhole as they went through, and they weren't killing people. They were just blowing a small.
Oh,
hole.
Right, because it wouldn't sit in an organ or something.
It didn't. It
right?
just went straight through.
Wow.
So, but the point is with this is that they're neglecting again the real problem here is that. The second a gun was invented, there will always be guns in the hands of bad people in the world. You could take away all the ammo. Look at Denmark. Take away all the ammo. Take away all the guns. And what happens? A bad guy goes in and shoots up a convention on free speech, right? So, you know, America was founded on the premise of middle class and giving the people the ability to defend themselves against tyranny. Mm-hmm. Now, does that sound like a conspiracy theory? It does, but when you look at the way that this government is changing, the executive actions to really, tamp down the rights and the ability of the middle class to rise up and, be the best that they can be, the conspiracy part of it actually starts to go down a little bit. And I think, again, there needs to be statistics shown. People need to start looking at these things in a realistic manner and realizing that more people are killed by shotguns, by a pistol, a 9mm pistol, than any other weapon.
Well, and this type of ammo was specifically excluded in 1986. This is all about the Gun Control Act, which it says that you can't use certain types of ammunition. Mm-hmm. This type was specifically excluded. It doesn't fall in the definition.
Was this in the Brady bill?
No, it's separate.
Okay.
But it is something that they are now trying to expand the definition in order to make this illegal, and it's not going to happen. Already you see a Florida representative putting forward a bill to say that they're not going to be able to do this type of thing. It wouldn't pass judicial scrutiny, and it's just another example of trying to use regulation to overcome constitutional rights.
Isn't the ATF supposed to be neutral anyway? I mean, what are they doing getting involved?
They're an agency. They're supposed to be, concentrating on enforcing laws and doing investigations. And I think, the Secret Service has been the perfect example of how they should keep their mouths shut and stay out of anything that has to do with regulating laws, because the executives that are in all of these law enforcement federal agencies, I'm not talking about the agents on the ground. I would live and die with those people. I'm talking about the agents that are at the top, the SACs, the ASACs, Assistant Special Agents in Charge. They're as incompetent as you can get in law enforcement. And they need to keep their opinions out of it because they are 100% loyal to the people above them in office.
Jessica?
Well, I don't know a lot about guns either, but I do know a lot about the need for background checks in this country and mental health scans and things like that. And 90% of Americans since Sandy Hook have time and time again said, we want stricter gun control laws. And I think that this might be an instance of President Obama, in whatever backhanded way it is, to say again, hey, I haven't forgotten. This is important. I'm going to do something that's really going to piss you off, Wayne LaPierre, and the rest of you. And maybe if the other side would give a little on that and say, let's bring gun control legislation, a very watered down version even, to the floor again, he'll drop the stuff about your bullets.
The problem with gun control, the way they do it, is they keep pushing a little bit here, a little bit there. Nothing has been done about the mental health problem. That is the big problem.
Fine.
So-
but
A lot of layers
This is not
to
the way
this.
it's supposed to work. You know, it's not. This isn't the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to.
But
put
you
forward
need to have outcomes
we-
at a certain point. Something needs to happen.
And we have to leave it there. This is the type of segment that needs a full show. It's so complex, so many layers. Potluck time next. This is the Daily Wrap, only on Newsmax TV.